Hello everybody, we're going to carry on with the road to 1600, then the road to 1700, and see what we get. Okay, opponent is Cool Hand Day, nearly 150 points lower rated. Now, quite often I abort these games, because the truth is, I worry about cheating, you know. This is a 5-11 game, so my opponent's got the opportunity to win 11 points, and I find it a bit odd sometimes how easily it seems that some people can beat me, you know, when they're 200 points lower rated and stuff like that. But that's just my truth, man. I think cheating is rife on chess.com. Okay, so let's focus. So this is the Bird Gambit against the Philidor. I do have a lesson on this in the Bird Gambit course, because the Philidor is this, and it's kind of quiet. You know, they're blocking in this bishop, and it's bizarrely popular at the moment. Anyway, so they've declined the second pawn and instead gone here. So my hunch is that the goal is going to be to line up against f7. And as well, the thing about this move is it prevents queen f6 or queen e7 to defend this key pawn here, right? And another quiet move. What's weird about this move is it makes knight h6 impossible, which is the other main way to defend that. So after this, what's he got? I mean, he's got to play that, right? Then I can take queen takes. I've got my pawn back, and I'm not liking this for black already. However, actually, takes, and this is also a thought. I'm going to have two pawns. Now, if I take there, he's going to move the knight to d7, yes? So I go here, attacking the rook. I think the only way to defend the rook is to move the knight. And he can't move the knight here or here because queen takes, right? So queen takes there. Knight's going to go to d7. That is not a pretty square for the knight. And it makes an isolated pawn. Now, what about this one? Check here. Not check. Capture here. I'm also threatening this check. There's no way to block, so the king's going to have to move. Okay, my hunch is this. This, at the very least, is like free development. Let's switch that off. You know? And it does it anyway. So now, queen g6 check. There's no block, so the king is moving. I like to move it, move it. And my hunch is that that is a good thing. We're going to get to castle. I might capture there in the middle. In fact, capturing there is also forceful, isn't it? And if knight takes, c takes, I've got two pawns in the middle, so I'm quite happy here. Oh, hasn't the king got to go there to defend this pawn now? King here could literally drop that pawn, and then you've got the same problem, mate. Then you're going to have to move your knight there, right? Thought so. Now I could give another check, but that's really pointless because I'm just saying please do develop a piece for nothing. I'd love to get my bishop on this diagonal here. But my gut feeling, first gut feeling is the castle. Second option is to take, oh yeah, because that's threatening a royal fork on king and queen, right? So take, knight takes, that's your only good piece, gone, off the board. I've got the pawn centre. Yeah, doing that. No need to castle the king. Now, I know the timing of castling is crucial, and people have you know, spanked me in the comments before saying, dude, you're often too slow to castle. And it's true, you know, sometimes I can be too slow to castle, but sometimes I can be too quick to castle. Like, oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, like, and this is one of the big things that I learned from making my Goring Gambit course, is that it's really illuminating to use the engine, which doesn't understand a damn thing. Right? The engine's thick as pig shit, but because all it knows is brute force, right? And yes, it's got some heuristics to say, you know, after 20 moves, who's in a better position. It's got to, because otherwise, you know, if the game isn't over, then it's got to have some way of saying, well, this position's better than that position, right? Or after 2 moves, 3 moves, whatever. So the engine just knows brute force, but that brute force we can use to infer principles and ideas, and that's where the engine really comes in for the chess player who wants to use it in a creative way. So one of the things that I really realised in the Goering was, with my king in the middle, because it's a gambit, and we are getting activity and pressure in return for, as compensation for 1 or 2 pawns that we've handed over to black. What that means is that black is generally underdeveloped. Black is using his turns to block rather than to punch, and so there's no need to castle the king. I mean, in some lines, when he plays a quiet move, I found that like f6, h6, it's almost like you're just given a free turn to actually, and the computer says, well, just castle. In fact, the computer wants you to castle a lot, but that's computer think, which is again different to human think. So I use a combination of the engine's analysis and the real world Lichess database to say what actually works, because playing against humans is not the same as playing against computers. So how we use these computers, very, very interesting. Anyway, and I'm going through that right now as well with a much bigger course, which is the Kruger repertoire, and 3 inaccuracies apparently, but 2100. I shall take that gratefully. Let's have a quick look. Okay, well, okay, inaccuracy number 1, you can stick that up your ass, because this is the Bird Gambit, so inaccuracy number 2, again, it wants me to take in the centre. We ignore that, and that's a blunder. And there we go. Great move. This is one of those moves that just looks really like I'm just playing it very close to my chest, you know, unbreakable kind of blocking. But no. When you understand your opening, that's a big issue. And that combination of this, which prevents, like we say, prevents these moves, and this, which prevents that, not good. And oh look, already, guys, after 5 moves, plus 2.64, the engine says White's winning. White is winning with the Bird Gambit. Okay, best move takes now. Now I'm interested. Which pawn should I take? Oh no, not that one. He says you should have taken on d4. Why d4? It says this one is a whole pawn better. Well, d4 comes with extra pressure on that, and I'm still attacking that one, I guess. Yeah, because what I didn't realise... Well, I'm attacking 3. Okay, but the knight's still attacking this one, even though I take this one. And actually, that knight move did come in handy, so... It hates this. It hates it a bit. Check is best. Of course, he has to go there, otherwise he'd have dropped the pawn on g7. Then knight is best, and we're back up to plus 2.4, and he really shouldn't have done that, because checkmate ends the game. And it's not like the guy played that badly. Okay, he played 750 according to the machine, which is very rude indeed. But he did make 2 blunders. And look at this, and he finished having used effectively only 9 seconds. Because he gets his free 10 seconds for every move, and he used those, but only 9 seconds of his capital, which is, well, in hindsight, inexcusable. So there you go. The birds, not the birds opening. Birds opening is 1F4, which is interesting. I mean, Simon Williams has been playing this a lot in Title Tuesday, and he did both Title Tuesdays this week and has published both videos, which is quite interesting, quite inspiring actually. He's pulled some amazing recoveries out of the bag. And if you are a Dutch player, so if you play like F5 against B4, C4, or D4, then it might be worth looking into the birds, which is like playing the Dutch opening, but a tempo up. So Simon's done a course on the birds with GM Raven. But this is the birds opening, but the Bird Gambit is this, with C3 on this move. And it does very, very well. And in fact, if I go to chess Goering, Bird Gambit, well, I've got two chapters on it in the course. And again, so I'll just use it here because we'll set it to 1400 to 1800 blitz and above on Lichess, and it's already 53% for black here. So if you look at this, so this is the Philidor, okay, boring as anything, and the Philidor is because it's kind of passive. It's 52% for white. Now at the start of the game, it's 50-46, right? At this kind of intermediate level, lower intermediate level, 50% win rate for white. After the Philidor, it's already up to 52, and if they take the Bird Gambit, we're now up to 56, right? If I scroll down here, Bishop C4 is playing it like, that's a bit like a Scotch Gambit, I guess. And you could argue that it's just a different move order as well, actually. Like the Goering is very similar to the Scotch Gambit or Haxo Gambit as well. So Bishop C4 at 54%, but C3, the immediate C3 at 56, and ain't nothing better than that. There's nothing better than the Bird Gambit. So this is the point. This is why I play what I play. I'm not playing these things because I want to be a crazy ass player. I play these things because they're effective and they discombobulate your opponent. They put him on the back foot. They give you initiative, and you get the kinds of games that I get the kinds of games that I want to play. Now, if you're a conservative, sensible player, then that might not work for you. But if you enjoy games like the one we just saw, these are things that you should look at because it's more fun than playing, Gioco Pianissimos and Berlin defences and all that kind of, stuff, which is absolutely fine if that's what floats your boat, not what floats mine. So you can get, I'm going to say it because it helps, right? I make $100 a month from YouTube ads from this channel for making you guys videos like every day, roughly every day. So it really, really helps for anyone to go buy my course. I'm very, very thankful for everyone who does. I don't give you guys shout outs because I haven't got permission to do that, but I'm very, very grateful to everyone who buys the course. So the course is 2.5 hours of videos, mainly on the Goering Gambit, which is against the Scotch. The D4 takes C3, right? And so this bird is Bird's Gambit. Bird Gambit is it's using the same ideas, and that's what's good about it. So yeah, but it's $29, right? 2.5 hours of video, get all the training lessons as well, all of these, access to all of these. So we'll go, for example, from here, knight f6 barrage variation. Okay, so you can push there, and it's the same actually in the three knights again in the Goering. You've got two options. You can push the pawn because we have a general rule: knight f6, you push, right? However, barrage is another option. So we set up this battery here, queen to there. You always castle, and this is the same rule that we've got from there. And bishop here, and what have we just seen? Take there, take there. In this case, we snatch the pawn, and rook e1 wins. And in between check, yeah. Okay, and then look, we just win. The game's won. That's it, right? And that's how you drill it. And if you want to play it again, you play it again. Okay, we're going battery, barrage, whatever. Queen e7, we always castle. Bishop there, we always take. You know, it's not. That's it. No, it's a one position. So there you go. Drill it, drill it, drill it. The courses don't go, or any course that I make is not going to go super deep, and the reason is because I'm an intermediate player. So I'm when I do a course, I drill myself. I drill that course myself over and over. So to the point where I go, well, am I going to remember that line? If I'm not going to remember that line, or if I can't at least kind of take inspiration from it, I won't include it because you're not going to remember it, because my course isn't for expert and advanced title players. My course is for normal players like me and you. Okay? And so if I'm not going to remember it, I don't expect you to remember it. And why would I put something in a course that I don't expect you to remember? Because it's not going to be useful. You don't want to drink from the fire hose, right? Now, professional chess players who have to remember 1,000 lines, that's different. They can go and buy those Chessable courses made by title players that go into, you know, excruciating detail on openings that are already kind of, you know, original and whatever. But we don't, you know, the point, I want to make courses that are useful for you guys. So I'll put the link in the description to go ahead and buy the course. If you do, thank you very much. It really helps. If not, I hope all my videos are useful and helpful and entertaining for you guys as well. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.